Lunchbox, where we will get to preview some of Little Rock's best local aspects, including some businesses featuring all homegrown ingredients, museums, and community artists. I'm so excited today. We have such a great lineup for y'all today. First up, we have Buy Local, which will be featuring Root Cafe. Our restaurant today was featured on season 29 of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and has won many other local achievements. The ingredients are local and the concept is simple, and yet this restaurant is all about great food and sustainable resources. The Root Cafe, which is located in the Soma district of Little Rock, was first established in 2009. To help us a little more about this local favorite, we have Jack in the studio with us, who is the owner of The Root. Hi Jack, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Good to meet you.
Good. How long have you been cooking food?
Well, I started cooking a little bit after I got back to the United States after the Peace Corps when I was in my late 20s. And I lived at the Heifer Ranch in Perryville, Arkansas. And that was really where I got interested in cooking. I got some of my mom's old recipes and started baking and making dinner and stuff like that. And I just really fell in love with it.
Yeah, what was the reception of the restaurant whenever you started in 2009?
Well, at first, when we, in 2009, we were just sort of launching the concept. We spent about 3 years doing fundraising and catering, teaching classes and stuff like that. And then we opened the cafe in 2011. And from the beginning, the response has been really positive, you know, very strong. We've built a good customer base, and you know, we're just all about sourcing local whenever we can, and then making it a really fun community cafe where people feel comfortable hanging out and, you know, get to just get a slice of what's going on in Little Rock.
Sure. What would you say would be the concept of your restaurant?
Well, our mission statement, it makes it really simple. It's building community through local food. So whenever we're thinking about a new project or trying to figure out what we're doing wrong, we always kind of filter it through the lens of that mission statement. And you know, if we are able to do an event that you know, makes Soma and Little Rock a more fun and interesting and more delicious place to live, then that's what we try to do.
Cool. What kind of food do you serve?
Well, basically all kinds of food. We do breakfast, lunch, dinner, and Sunday brunch. We do for breakfast real traditional things like biscuits and gravy, pancakes. We've got a twist on an Eggs Benedict that we call the Root Benny. For lunch, we do burgers, fries and sweet potato fries, soup, salad, sandwich kind of stuff. And then at dinner, we're a little more refined. You know, we put on our button-up shirt, and we do table service at night. So it's,
cool,
you know,
that sounds great. Well, we just love what you have going on at The Root. Right now, let's show everyone a little more about this special eatery.
The Root Cafe is one of the very few locally sourced restaurants in Little Rock, and they pride themselves in sourcing as much as they can from small farms and producers in Arkansas. This includes 100% of meats, eggs, and cheeses. And with this, they are actually able to showcase the ingredients of local farmers here in Arkansas.
Well, this is my second time here, and it has been wonderful all the time, you know, both the times I've come. It's been delicious, and it's great food. So.
At The Root, it is believed that sourcing locally not only helps the local economy, but it also helps the environment because of the shorter distance that the ingredients have to travel. The Root believes that its food is so delicious because it's sourced locally.
I love the area of the city that it's in and what's happening in South on Main down in this area. The food is always really fresh and really wonderful and well done, and the service is great. And they've grown from, it was an old Dairy Queen site, and they've kind of expanded and grown, and I think people love to come here and have a good time.
The Root Cafe seeks to foster a sense of connectedness among the individuals, families, organizations, and businesses of Central Arkansas by offering a focal point for sustainable activities in the area.
Hi, my name is Jack Sundell. My wife Corey and I own and operate the Root Cafe here in downtown Little Rock in the South Main neighborhood. And we've been open for just about 8 years. Our mission is building community through local food. So that means we get as much as we possibly can from local farmers and producers. For us, local means Arkansas because we're right in the middle of the state. That makes a good geographic boundary for us to decide what's local and what isn't. 100% of the meats that we use are locally sourced. All of the bread that we serve is baked here, actually right in this neighborhood. The majority of our fruits, nuts, and cheeses all come from small farms in Arkansas. We serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then we also do Sunday brunch. Like I said, we've been here for about 8 years, and we're so excited to see the growth that's happening in the South Main neighborhood.
The Root Cafe strives to make Little Rock a better place to live by helping to create a more just, sustainable, and delicious food system for Central Arkansas.
Wow, that was amazing. So, Jack, I think you have something that you brought in the studio today.
That's right. Yeah, we brought our Root Benny, and this is one order that we split up onto 2 plates here. Basically, this is our version of Eggs Benedict. We've got farm fresh poached egg. We've got ham from Rabbit Ridge Farms, which is in Bee Branch, Arkansas. We've got some sauteed kale, which we get from Arkansas Natural Produce in Malvern. Some toasted baguette, which comes from Boulevard Bread Company, which is just right across the street from us. And then our own homemade hollandaise that we put over the eggs, which is also made from farm fresh egg yolks.
Yes. Oh, man, I can't wait to try some.
Yeah, well, let's dig in. So, you know, I think this is a great example here of the food that we try to do. You know, when we were looking at our breakfast menu, we asked ourselves, you know, what items are there on the local food scene that, you know, that we're able to get year round? And then we built our menu based on that. So, you know, we knew that we could always get ham. We can get kale or some kind of greens that we can saute all year round. Obviously, Boulevard's open all the time, and then farm fresh eggs are available to us, you know, throughout the year. So it's kind of a, you know, the way that we go about putting our menu together when we're thinking about, you know, being able to source locally. We have to plan our menu around things that we know we'll be able to get. So you see that in things like our burger, you know, the dinner. We have a lot of dishes that are, you know, things like meatloaf or chicken, you know, things that we know we're going to be able to source 12 months out of the year.
I'm trying some of this sauteed kale, and it's really delicious. What do you put in it?
It's real simple. We just saute it with a little bit of garlic, some apple cider vinegar, and just a little bit of kosher salt.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, but we're out of time for today. We are so glad to have you here on Buy Local. Your restaurant has brought such amazing food and has allowed us to see what local ingredients you really have to offer. And thank you so much. Up next, we have Arkansas Museum Showcase.
Are you wondering where Adam and Cameron went? Don't be sad, kids. Critics Corner is back, and we're here to stay. From the critics who gave you expert reviews on Bohemian Rhapsody and The Grinch. Critics Corner is your #1 source for movie reviews, criticism, and don't forget, good, clean fun for the whole family.
And now for a First Amendment moment. In December of 1965, 13-year-old Mary Beth Tinker of Des Moines, Iowa, showed up for school wearing a black armband to protest the Vietnam War. Having heard of the planned protest, officials of the Des Moines Independent Community School District had approved a ban on such activity. Mary Beth arrived at school. She was asked to remove the armband, and she refused and therefore was sent home. 4 other students, including Mary Beth's brother John, also were suspended for wearing armbands. They were told they could not return to the school as long as they continued their protests. The American Civil Liberties Union came to the students' aid, and more than 3 years after the fateful December morning, on February 24, 1969, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in the students' favor. The court ruled 7-2 that students do not shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate. I am James Kane, and this First Amendment moment has been brought to you by the University of Arkansas Little Rock School of Mass Communication.
If you're looking to explore a different area, try the Argenta Arts District. Located across the river from the capital city is the friendly neighborhood full of life and art. If food is what you're after, Cregan's Irish Pub on the corner of Broadway and Main has the best American-style dishes. The fun-filled restaurant also has live music on weekends and an outside patio that's fit for a great time. The Arts District doesn't stop with amazing restaurants, but combines fabulous art elements and historical art elements. A beautiful sculpture titled Mother Nature is one of the most recognized art pieces and can be found right by the Argenta Flats, which is an apartment complex with a modern vibe. The Argenta Arts Theater is the perfect place to relax and watch a play with the family. If all of this sounds like fun, then Argenta is your next stop.
Welcome to our Arkansas Museum Showcase, where each week we will be speaking with the museum curators and educators about interesting things that they have to offer in the museums. Today we'll be taking a look at the Museum of Discovery with our guest, Lenny Massanelli. Welcome to our show, Lenny.
Hi, thanks, Crystal. It's good to be here.
Good. We're so glad that you could join us here today. I understand that you brought something in the studio today and to share with us and demonstrate, but before we begin, let's take a look at a clip of what we have of you at the museum.
Hi, I'm Lenny Massanelli. I'm the early childhood educator and the volunteer coordinator at the Museum of Discovery. Here at the museum, I teach a weekly program for ages 6 and under, and I also coordinate all the volunteers for our special events and who just come and day in and out volunteer helping our guests. As the volunteer coordinator, I get to work with everything from retired professors to college students and teenagers. I handle the special events that we have here, the Science After Dark monthly events, and just the day in and out gallery facilitation that our volunteers help guests with. This is a really cool program because it benefits the volunteer. It gives, if you're retired, you something to do to feel like you're still contributing to the community. If you're in college, it gives you some credits that you may need. Same with teenagers. And it helps you, as the volunteer, explore your interests. You may not have the background in any of the sciences. It doesn't matter if you're a people person, if you know anything about customer service, if you enjoy helping people explore the world around them through these science and technology, engineering, math, art topics, then this is a really great place to have fun, learn something new, and help other people do the same. This is a really cool way to get kids to try something that they may not have even ever heard of before. So I love that part of what I do here at the museum.
It's never too early to get children excited about the world of science. The Museum of Discovery has a Wiggle Worms program for children 10 and younger that brings them firsthand into the science universe in a new and exciting way they can understand. There is a new lesson to be learned each week, and everything is hands-on so that the kids can put themselves into learning and having a fun time. On Tuesdays and Saturdays, the program is for ages 6 and under, while on Thursdays, the ages are for 10 and under. The Wiggle Worms program is included with the cost of admission. Bring your children out and give them an experience they'll want to revisit every week. For more information, please visit museumofdiscovery.org.
All right, fantastic. Well, Lenny, we're so thankful that you could be here in the studio with us today. What do you have here with us today?
Well, as the early childhood educator at the museum, I do a weekly program called Wiggle Worms, and so I just brought some things that I'm actually doing this week with the kids, with the families, about the water cycle. So I always start with a book. That's a great book. It's called All the Water in the World. And then I go on with some demos, which I'm going to show you now. And then the kids, with their parents, do some activities, some other activities that I provide for them. So, all right, where shall I start? I guess right here.
Right at the beginning.
Okay, right? Okay. I'm going to pour some water into this sawed-off 2-liter bottle. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And I'm just going to fill, about like this. It's a little bit warm, which is a good thing. Basically, what I'm demonstrating with the kids is how clouds form and how then it condenses and then how it precipitates and then evaporates and just goes again and again and again. So then with my sawed-off part, I invert that and stick it there. And then I brought some ice. This is essentially our cloud. So I'm just going to put that here. And then, as little ones are oh so patient, we're just going to kind of wait and watch. And while we're waiting and watching, we're going to move to another demonstration. So what we should see with this is some condensation. Oh, I'm starting to see it. The clouds form on the side. Another way to see it that's really fun is to pour some of that water into this cup, about like that. Do you want to do this part?
Sure.
Okay, so we're going to make a cloud in here.
Ooh.
So using shaving cream. So just kind of fill that cup so that it looks like a cloud. Yeah, good one, good cloud.
Cool.
I don't know what that cloud is called, but I'll have to, that's a whole other
It's the Dairy
program.
Queen.
I like it, I like it. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is add our drops of rain that will collect, and until it gets too heavy, the cloud can't hold it anymore, and we'll see it rain in our atmosphere, which is water, but we're pretending that it's air. As it sifts through there, the kids, again, are just watching and waiting for that, and when it happens very quickly, or not. And if I add a few more, tell me when you see something happening. Let's lift it, maybe. It's getting there. If I add a little bit more, you made a really tall cloud, which was awesome, cool. But it's really tall. Okay, let's see. Well, as that is starting to work its way down, let me know when it happens, then I sent them home with this, with their parents, just as another way of looking at the water cycle. They fill it with water here, about a 1/4 cup, add some blue just for fun, and then they can tape it to a sunny window and kind of watch over the period of days the water cycle happen with evaporation, condensation, and then it sort of rains down, that precipitation. Fun fact that you may not know, even though you're in college, is that rain, in order to form a cloud anyway, has to form around something in the air, like a piece of dust or pollen or anything. Dirty air isn't good in that respect. The water droplets start to connect to that and attach and form bigger clouds. And that's what you get. Are we raining yet?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think it's raining yet. I think maybe you have the right touch. Why don't you add a few more?
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go on this side. See what
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna.
Let's see. Well, thank you for joining us today and being in the studio and sharing your talents with us here in the museum. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but thank you and everything that you do at the museum, and for helping build a brighter and future for our community. And after a quick commercial break, we'll be right back with James Kane and Arts in Arkansas.
Are you struggling with money? Do you need your taxes done? Well, come on down to Tax Junkie.
Tax Junkie!
Hi, I'm DQ with Tax Junkie. We offer a friendly face and easy to understand service. You don't even need your W-2s, just your latest check stub, and we'll take it from there.
Tax Junkie!
Junkie! Last year, we kept over 40 people from relapsing into debt.
Bear Brewery has won numerous national and international awards for its world-class beer, including gold medals at the prestigious Great American Beer Festival and World Beer Cup. The name Diamond Bear comes from the first two nicknames of Arkansas. Arkansas was originally the Bear State, then changed to the Diamond State in 1905. Diamond Bear provides a variety of beer for you. Check out the Diamond Bear Brewery at 600 North Broadway, North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Welcome back to the Arts in Arkansas, where we showcase a new local artist every week and take a look at their work. Today we'll be talking to Lil Demo, a local indie artist from Little Rock. How you doing, man?
I'm good, I'm good.
First of all, man, how did you get your start in the rap game?
Really just when I was younger, I used to want to DJ a lot, so I like all music.
Okay.
So I like the music, the sound, all that.
So you say you wanted to DJ at first?
I did want to DJ at first.
Okay, then. So let's piggyback off of that, man. Who are some DJs that influenced you that brought you into the rapping?
More like DJ Boom and listening to you actually, DJ Kane, you know, and Broadway Joe.
Okay.
Local DJs.
Now let's take it up to the rappers. Who are some artists that have influenced you in the rap game?
I like artists like Lil Wayne, Pimp C, 3 6 Mafia. Is more, Dirty South type.
Right. So how would you describe your style of rap?
Oh, really, right now it's more like kind of for the like community, my community, like the hood. But also I can do it any style. I can do any style.
Now, speaking of community and hood, on Sunday we lost a pioneer artist, rap legend Nipsey Hussle, man.
Yeah.
How has that touched you and affect you in a certain way? Has it touched you or affected you?
I knew him. I knew of him. I really just didn't listen to all his music. But what I knew of him was he real involved with his community. And by him passing, I see how everybody is like affected by this. So I know he was very important for the music industry and his community.
Right. Now, I tell you what, at this time, why don't we hear some of what you've been working on and go to this video right here.
Lil Demo, go follow me on Instagram at Lil_Demo, LIL_DEMO. I did music because when I was little, that what made me talk. When I was little, I didn't talk at all. But when I heard music, it kind of brought a personality out. And I used to want to be a DJ a long time ago. So I love seeing people dance to music. If you play something, you change their whole mood. So that was kind of like a thing for me. So I was like, maybe I can do something. And it ain't just rap, because I'm like all across the board, do everything. Because I might rap, but I don't listen to just rap. I listen to blues, I listen to old school, I listen to rock, I listen to all this. So with music, it's like I'm free. I can say what I want, I can do what I want. It's always about making somebody else smile or somebody else mood change. So that's always been me. I always been an entertainer. It's not a rap thing. For me, it's just, music. I say something I want people to hear. Okay. So that's how I always been with lyrics. Everything I write, I want to make sure it's either powerful or it's going to change somebody or it's going to make somebody do that little ooh face. Like, yeah, that's clean right there. I like that. State of the City was the first song that I put out. And it was about my city. It was about Little Rock. And it was about everything that's going on. It was about rappers nowadays, how they coming out. They've been rapping for 10 years. But I feel like when you rapping, everybody listens. So it's more stuff you can say than just that. But State of the City also meaning from where I came from, it was a bad environment. And who I am, I don't even supposed to be the person I am today. But since my mom and my dad and everybody influenced me, it's coming out good and very positive. Music is everything.
Now, after these commercial messages, we'll be right back with a demo, and he will be taking us out performing his hit single, Save the City.
Is this the kind of DJ you want at your next party? Get DJ Kane from 96.5. DJ Kane at your next party.
And now performing his hit single, Save the City, Lil Demo right here.
Bernie Mac show, I got the Jordans on my feet. I'm a little Raj Lit, don't let the game get deep. You'll never make it out, hating on the hitter. How you a hitter and ain't never put the trigger. People switching up like a new CrossFitter. You ain't just sitter. You ain't no banger talking about what it root. Only read that you knew. It's when B.O. made them flu. I'm about to say the city, cause y'all Ralph's Mickey. And all my stuff is litty. And y'all, iffy, how you been rapping teens and your stuff still whack? You bragging about a gun, you will never get a plaque. First they hate you, now they on you. Sack, y'all really like that? Then I know you smoking blacks. You a perpetrator, you will never be a Mac. That ain't no trap house, that's an old U shack. Yeah. And y'all lame, talking about the game. Gonna get up out the game. Austin on the beat, free Sonny Boy, BMG, rest in peace, Michael Lee. Watch these, just eat. I love you, you love me. Let's get together, babies. Y'all really tripping and you ain't for me. Yeah. Me but the move, you ain't even in my lane. You ain't never bang, you ain't never slang. I'm the GOAT. Yeah. I'm the GOAT of this. Call me Eddie Kane. Call me Eddie Kane. Call me Eddie Kane, man. Call me Eddie Kane. I'm your pimp guy. I'm your iceberg slim. Like an Ice Cube film. They say they ballin', but they talkin' roly-poly. Catch you up in the alley, hey, you screaming holy moly, holy moly. It's a donut shop when I pull up on your block. Gon' get shot, and I stay with them chops. Yeah, we rollin', stove, space age kid, space age kid, space age lit, space age this, space age everything. Yeah. Yeah, Austin on him. B-A-E. Austin on him. B-A-E.